Yes, people, what's going on? It's Egal Talks about back again with another video. Honestly, I don't know what just happened. Had an absolute nightmare there. Hopefully everything's all sorted. Sorry to everybody who's waiting on the other stream, but yeah, we're here. Vibes from the Six. We got a lot to talk about today. We're going to be talking a little bit about Enzo Fernandez, Barcola, Martinez to Chelsea, the Champions League draw. Arsenal still looking to get Julian Alvarez, plus a lot more. There's so many little things we need to discuss on today's show. There's so many little things that we need to discuss. But before we go any further, of course, we need to discuss today's channel partner, none other than NordVPN. You guys can go and get your internet protection and your VPN provider. If you don't already have one, of course, you can get it from NordVPN, as they are one of the best to secure your data and to protect you guys from anybody trying to steal your information wherever you are in the world. And of course, it might help you if you're traveling to go watch Match of the Day or whatever you need to watch on different servers on Netflix or anything else like that. So please do check it out. Link will be in the description for all my videos. But yeah, before we go any further, I just wanted to say shout out to everyone watching. And yeah, my bad for earlier. I don't know what happened. I just ended the stream out of nowhere. But yeah, let me add some of the panelists. I got Rack in the building, Kel's in the house, and I got two new debutants actually. Chelsea fan Tosh in the building, and we got Vir in the house, also Man United fan. And yeah, before we go any further, usually whenever we have a new guest, we ask them how they became a fan of their club. So Vert, I'll start with you. How did you become a Man United fan?
Bro, I got a crazy story, man. You're gonna wait for the show. So, in my primary school, right, there was Arsenal fans and United fans. So half the class was Arsenal fans, right, and half the class is United fans. So I go into year 2, right, and this kid has a United keyring, right, and I see the United keyring and I really like it. So then I go to my mum and I'm like, oh, I really want this. Then she takes me to Sports Direct. Then I buy that keyring, and from that I become a United fan. I'm not even joking. From literally a keyring. So that's how I became a United fan. It's so weird. And then I started watching Rooney, Ronaldo, Tevez, and then yeah,
it's the most.
It's the first time I'm speaking to you, bro. But that sounds like an awful primary school to grow up in, man.
Bro, it was just Arsenal, United, bro. The two best clubs.
Half Arsenal, half United.
Hey, what about you, Tosh?
Everyone will have their own opinions about it.
For me, it was the day we lost to Barcelona, 2009 second leg, in the famous Drogba disgrace. That's when I became a Chelsea fan. I was watching football, but I didn't pick a club at the time. And Didier Drogba was always like my favorite player, but I didn't really commit to the club until then. And then also I had a little bit of hate for Manchester United. So
it took a robbery for you to.
Good man.
Yeah. There was a few robberies that happened early on as I became a fan of Chelsea, but there was better days after that. So
fair.
Bro, it could have been back-to-back finals, man.
Yeah, I know, man.
We could have had one more Champions League.
I came after the Prem back-to-back final. I was watching, but I wasn't. I was like a big Robin fan. I was a big Drogba fan, SCM, Makalele, all those guys. So
yeah, fair.
Yeah. Hey, anyways, welcome, Kels. We haven't welcomed you in yet. Hope you're doing well.
Kels, how did you become a Man City fan?
I started watching football in 2006 during the World Cup, and I just started following teams that had Americans on them. And Manchester City had Claudio Reyna, so I started following them then when they were done.
Kels, aren't you Canadian?
No, I'm American.
Oh, sorry.
I'm a California girl. Oh, I'm very American.
Not bad.
Oh, I just haven't got Full Valley girl on you. That's why you thought I was Canadian. That's funny.
Kels, are you from Philly?
What?
Kels from Philly, no?
No, Cali.
I'm from California. I'm from San Francisco. I don't live there anymore, but I'm a San Francisco girl, born and raised.
Yeah, we got Mr. Link in the building, Liverpool fan also. So yeah, guys, there's a lot to talk about. Before we go any further, let's just get straight into the Champions League draw. Sorry for you're not included, Tuss, but we can speak about your team's performance today. What do you think about Chelsea's performance today?
We started off slow. I think like some of our key players, like Morgan Rogers, for example, I think he still hasn't gotten in shape or in form. He was decent. He was a threat here and there. Cole played great. I think for playing with our second team, essentially, I think we did decent enough. At least we won the game, kept a clean sheet. Now we're in goalkeeper discussions with Penders, Emilio Martinez, Robert Sanchez, which had a stinker against Fulham. So it's interesting times to be a Chelsea fan right now.
Yeah.
I'm just
I don't
going
know.
to tell you now, you should be signing Penders, not Martinez.
Well,
Penders is a baller.
Penders started today. He had a clean sheet, so it's a good start. Does he start against Brighton? I don't know. I think that might be a big game for him. I watched him in League One, and let's just say he's not.
Guy's so good.
Yeah, I don't think he's as consistent as people give him credit for, but he's okay. He's still young though.
Martinez is
So
a good
in case
goalkeeper.
anyone didn't watch, they won 2-0. It was a relatively strong team today that you put out there. But the question is, if and when you sign Emi Martinez, he goes straight into the team right away, or does Robert Sanchez get an opportunity to try to save his job?
Yeah, I think he has to save his job against Brighton, and then we play Arsenal, I believe. So that's going to determine who's going to be the starting keeper for Arsenal against Arsenal, and that's going to be very interesting if Emi Martinez starts. Even though I'm hearing from Arsenal fans that he doesn't have the best history against you guys, so
No, he's conceded a lot of own goals against us.
Yeah, so it's interesting, man. We have 3 decent keepers, but they're not good enough to be Chelsea keepers at the end of the day.
All right, so everyone, I'm going to throw this open to the panel. What do you guys think about Emi Martinez? Is this a massive upgrade for Chelsea, or do you guys just see it as another player who's error prone that's just going to give them more problems?
I think he's a very good upgrade to Sanchez, but he does make a lot of mistakes at the same time. Like, he's not a perfect goalkeeper that Chelsea are hoping for. Like, he's not a David Raya, and I don't think he's even better than Senna Lammens, to be honest. So I think he's a good upgrade, but it's not. He makes a lot of mistakes. You know what I mean? So that's my opinion.
He's saying he's better than Lammens. What about you, Kels? What are you saying? Do you rate Emi Martinez? Do you think Chelsea now are in the conversation for challenging for a title with Emi Martinez in the building?
I mean, I think he's an upgrade on Sanchez, but I don't think he's like this elite keeper anymore. I'm more on the Penders bandwagon because I watched a lot of Strasbourg last year. So I rate Penders pretty highly. And I think all the best keepers in the world right now are Belgian. So I'm just like, I'm going for I'd go with him. But I mean, he'll bring some experience to your team, which I think Chelsea have been lacking experience during this whole process. So that's probably a positive for them. I don't know. I don't think I would expect them to challenge this year. I think this is the year they develop the system and they'll challenge next year.
Hey, I'd like to say the best. I would like to say some of the best keepers in the world are Spanish.
I mean, Raya's probably the best keeper in the
Garcia.
league,
yeah. No, I still rate Courtois as the best in the world.
Every comment you take as a personal slight against Arsenal. All she said was some of the best goalkeepers are Belgian, and he's like, "But what about the Spanish? But what about the Spanish? Chill."
I mean, their keeper.
We know Raya's a good keeper. We know
Spain has
I'm not saying they're scrubs. I just think I still think Courtois is the best keeper in the world, and no one's going to change my mind.
I think that's
just how I feel. That's not me sliding David Raya. I think David Raya is one of the top ones in the world. I still think Courtois is the best keeper in the world.
Hey.
No,
Okay,
I think he's one of the greatest of all time, and he's still performing miracles. That's all that comment was. It wasn't. I'm not sliding David Raya.
Nah, it's okay. I know. I'm just joking partially. Ver, what are you saying?
I think Arsenal don't win the league without Raya. So Raya for me is the best goalkeeper in the world. You know what I mean? That's my personal opinion, man. Raya was really good last season. If you see some of the saves he made, man, like crazy. What a goalkeeper.
Yeah, Raya. That's why he's been in the team of the year. What, 2 out of the 3 years he's been at Arsenal. He's been in the team of the year for the Premier League. Anyways.
Andy Gordon just scored. I've just seen Courtois literally carry his team to multiple Champions League titles. Like the guy who made the difference. Like, unfortunately, Rax will know what I'm talking about. And I've just never seen David Raya do that in a big moment. So that's why I still favor Courtois. That's just
all right. Let's bring it back to Chelsea.
Before anybody calls me a hater.
Let's bring it back to Chelsea, though. Now, Chelsea set a deadline for Enzo Fernandez. And guys, it seems like Enzo Fernandez is now going to be a
deal. It's done.
Player. It's done. And I know, Kels, you were not happy that you guys were linked to him to begin with. Now that it's happening, are you warming up to it?
No. I don't really care for this. I think this is a massive gamble from Enzo Maresca and from Hugo Viana. And if it doesn't work out, one or both of them is losing their jobs. I don't see him as an upgrade. He's not a 6, so he's not better than Bouati, who we just signed, who despite being 18 is the best option we have. Very good player if you've ever watched Liga. baller. I don't think he's better than Anderson as an 8. I think he's terrible off ball. So he's not better than Anderson. And if he's going to play in the 10, he's not better than Ryan Turkey. So you're going to have to displace somebody in our team to fit him in, which is very clear, which is what will happen. Because if the manager's been begging for this guy for months, that's his guy. That's his Bernardo Silva. He's going to play every game, whether he's good or bad. And whether he disrupts the team or not, he'll play him anyway. And he'll just be like, well, we'll send Turkey to the bench. And that doesn't help anything.
I think
so I don't really see. I don't see. I mean, it's an upgrade on Kovacic, fine, but okay. Like there are much cheaper, better like options that could actually fill a niche role. I don't see anything he does at an elite level. I think he's a fake tough guy. Everyone's like, he's going to bring grit to the midfield. I'm like, that guy's kind of a pussy. He doesn't tackle. He doesn't win duels. He's terrible off ball. Like, you need to do that if you're going to be in a midfield. Like, that's been a staple of a Manchester City midfield, is being hardworking off the ball and on the ball. And I just don't see him having those attributes. So when you're going to spend that amount of money, I just don't see the payoff.
View Enzo as a Bernardo Silva replacement.
No, I just meant like in the similar role of where it didn't matter how bad Bernardo Silva performed. Pep played him every single game because that was his like favorite player and his guy. And I see the same level of like favoritism coming in. And I think that's going to, I don't like that. You know, you have to earn your keep, I think. You can't just waltz in to be the guy. Like, I don't think, unless you're Erling Haaland, who's a superstar. Like, so that's just, I just don't think that's what our team is.
Is this a consensus
so
among
I'm frustrated with that aspect of it. I don't think that you need to build the project around a guy who's, I don't think is even world class or not even close to world class. Is this a consensus
among Man City fans that they don't want Enzo Fernandez?
There's a lot of people in the fan base who have a big problem with his off the field stuff. We won't get into that because I don't want to. I've offended people enough over the summer about this kind of stuff, so I'm not going to, look it up if you need to. That's turned off a lot of people, but I think a lot of people are starting to get shiny new toy syndrome, and so I think they're being clouded. But there's a very large section of the fan base, like very respected, like YouTube people, like Nott'm and Typical City. They just tactically don't think it makes sense, and I don't think anybody really wants to address the morality of it. So. But I guess this is sports, so nobody cares about that kind of stuff. But I mean, tactically, yeah, I think a lot of people are concerned of the fit and what it does. Shoves better players out of their position, and we're not happy. Nott'm literally said on the stream yesterday, he said this will be the worst signing we ever make. So, and I don't think he's being that hyperbolic when he says that. So I'm not on board with it right now. This guy is going to have to do a lot to win me over. I never warm up to players who quit on their team. Like I think it's taken me into season 4 to have any sort of semblance of respect for Matheus Nunes. And Matheus Nunes, when he came to Man City, he did the exact same thing. He quit on Wolves. He was protesting. He was not showing up to training and just disrespecting them. And I didn't like him for a long time. And I judged him based on that kind of stuff. And so, but to be fair, Matheus Nunes, he put the hard work in and he turned himself into a better player in a brand new position. And, it took him doing that to win me over. So I think Enzo is going to have to do a lot of hard work to fully like be appreciated to the max potential to this fan base. Because I think that banner in the World Cup is really going to piss off a lot of people because that's a very geopolitical thing. And you're playing in England. These are all English people you're trying to win over. And I think that's going to piss a lot of people off.
Hey, even Chelsea fans were booing him about that. Let's go to Toss.
I think the whole league is going to boo him for that. Like, because you're in England, and so they're going to boo you for that.
Yeah. I think, it's crazy because he's going to start right away when he goes to City. Most Chelsea fans were over him. I think, also it being we're one of the biggest clubs in England, so they have more reason to not like the guy. So at the end of the day, we're getting 120. I would have liked a little bit more because of all this negotiation BS they're going through. Also, we're giving him to City. Also, we're giving him to Maresca. Like, I don't agree with it. Like, we should try to get at least 150 if we could have. But, it's good for us. I think we can take that 150. We can go get somebody. I don't know who that'll be. I don't know if that'll be Wharton. I don't know if that'll be Scott. Fabian Ruiz was in talks. There was Camavinga.
Aren't you annoyed by how you guys set a deadline and then it passed the deadline and you still let them pay 120?
Exactly. That's like that was my main argument with the price. I was telling people 130, 140, I'm happy. But if you did all this arguing just to give him up for 120 to a rival and our former manager, seems a bit weak on the part of Chelsea, in my opinion.
You know what I mean? That deadline was just PR. That wasn't.
Yeah,
real.
but then don't put out.
When the check comes in front of you, you just say, "Oh, okay." Like that's
Don't
just
put a
PR.
deadline.
You have to recognize it's PR. It's not. That was never real.
We already have a deadline. So why add an additional deadline? It doesn't make any sense to me. Just do business like everybody else. I mean, Chelsea right now is doing good business. I think they're trying to flex their muscle, but I don't know. We sold the lap for almost 50 million, so we can almost do anything at this point and still get some money back.
I think
the Delap deal was interesting, right? Because everybody knew if you're signing an English striker who's had one decent season in the Premier League, that player is worth more than the 30 million. He had a release clause, right? So I can understand why United were after him. I understand why Chelsea were, because he's an easy flip.
Yeah,
you keep him for 1 year, whether he's successful or not. He's got one successful year in the bank. You can, it was a no-brainer to do that deal.
Yeah, but if
off one goal,
him, we won't be selling him for 45 mil. We'll be selling him for like 5-6 million because we're so bad at selling. You know, I think that's the truth.
Maybe, yeah, yeah.
Maybe it's because the wages. United maybe would have put him on more wages.
Yeah, we paid him about 100. We paid him about 100 a week.
Yeah.
But look at
you see how bad we are. We gave Reece Nelson 100 a week.
What's worse, the lap or Reece Nelson?
Contract, or is that somebody else?
We had to terminate Reece Nelson's contract after 4 years.
Wow. So he had 1 more year left. You guys terminated.
He had 1 more year left. We had
1+1. Yeah, 1+1.
How do you go
But you know what?
violate like something like a clause?
Bringing it back to Enzo quickly.
Terminate somebody for being bad at their job. You still have to pay
No,
him
he
out.
had 1 year left and he didn't have a position in the squad. So we let him go, and he's gonna get signed by West Ham in the Championship. Bringing it back to Enzo Fernandez. What do you guys think? Enzo Fernandez to City. How's he gonna do? Because Kells is not 100% sold on the signing.
I think she was right about a lot of the points. He doesn't really run. He's more of a 10, more of like a left 10. He's not really 8. He's not really a 6. He could be an 8 for you, but he's gonna leave you exposed because he loves box crashing. He loves glory hunting. He's like a passion merchant. He'll play well for you big games, but I don't know if he's a guy that you can like consistently rely on, especially on the defensive work rate. Like there's zero defensive. Like he's a big defensive liability. So
but don't you think he would be better under Pep rather than Enzo Maresca?
Oh yeah, way better under Pep. Because Maresca style, he's gonna give him a lot of freedom, and that's exactly what that guy doesn't need because he's not gonna be in the correct areas. Moises Caicedo last season, he had the most yellows or red cards he's ever had in a season because Enzo was leaving him overexposed. Luckily, Moy is a very good DM, but there's situations where sometimes he can't get out of it. Even with Reece James there too as well, but Reece James is he's a better player in the midfield than I think, and even Enzo, even though he's a natural right back.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna rate the transfer yet. I need to see him play at City, see how he does for a couple months, maybe.
He doesn't look fit either. Like
at this moment in time,
looks like he needs to lose some weight.
At this moment in time,
Charles is really not loving this transfer.
Patrick would say I'm body shaming him, but no,
I look at Chelsea's midfield now.
Pep sent Turkey to fat camp last year to shed weight, and then he performed a lot better. So I'm like, okay, if it's okay to do it Turkey, can we do it with another player?
Fat camp for Enzo is wild. He's not fat. Of all the things he is, you can say he's a lot of things, but he's not.
He's a professional athlete, He looks like he's carrying a little extra weight.
Before we move on,
that might slow him down on the pitch.
Is Man City doing any more signings?
That's what I'm saying, Rax.
Man City are done.
You're just like, you got to check
that.
Yeah, I do.
Kels, is Man City doing anything else?
They might be signing in Jai. That is apparently being talked about.
Mm.
And then they have some guy named Alan coming in from Brazil. That has already been here we go. He's just hasn't been announced yet. I think he's
Jai has been linked to Arsenal, Tottenham, and
back up for Haaland though, right? Because now they don't have a recognized striker.
No, he would be a left wing.
Yeah, left wing.
Yeah, Semenyo can play with like if in a cup game or something, but then Semenyo's just gonna play too. Like Semenyo can be a backup striker, but he might. He's also the left winger right now because Doku's injured. So I'm guessing they might run a false 9 system as well. They still have some of the players for that.
Yeah,
but Chelsea have brought in basically 200 million in a day, right? Selling Nicholas Jackson and Enzo. That's, I mean,
and
The
don't
lap.
forget the lap.
Mhm.
and the lap. Yeah, damn,
So they're
250 million.
almost
in-
bringing in 200 and like what is that? 220 million.
Something
Crazy.
like that, yeah. And we only spent probably like
More than
100.
that.
We spent like
Do you
half
think
of that
selling
to bring
Jackson
him
was a
in.
mistake?
I thought it was a mistake, but obviously I don't make the deal. So
You would have kept
Jackson's
Jackson?
actually really good.
I like
Jackson's a good
Nicholas.
player.
I like Nicholas Jackson as an option off the bench. Him backing
Yeah.
up João Pedro.
Isn't Welbeck better?
Welbeck's
No.
Welbeck's a little bit better, pure striker for sure. Like
I don't think he is. I think Jackson's so underrated.
I think
Jackson is. I like
I
Jackson.
agree. Jackson's very
Yeah.
good with the link-up play. So if you could play him with almost anybody.
Yeah.
That's why he's
a
good
little
for
more
Aston
versatile.
Villa.
Yeah, Aston Villa got a good deal for him because he's already played in the Prem. He was getting comfortable. I think he learned a
You
good
know what?
amount.
Something interesting is going on with you and Aston Villa. You guys are really close. Martinez for 7.5, Jackson for 60,
Rodgers.
Garnacho,
Mhm.
Morgan Rogers. What's this Villa Chelsea connection? What's going on here?
It's if you look at the PSR, I think because it's all these deals are happening within like 6 months, technically they're considered swaps on the book. And I think that has something to do with like how they can get around the PSR. You know how Chelsea is, man. Ever since Blue Coat came in, I've been learning so much about the business of football. Like it's actually I call it like rentals FC because we get a player for like 1 season, 2 seasons. They might not even play, but we'll make a flip even like with our.
So someone did the
Strasbourg.
math.
Mhm.
You're basically getting Morgan Rogers for 5 million.
Essentially,
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
No.
think about it. If you do it, how much did Jackson go for?
70 with the add-on.
70. So how much did Garnacho go for?
I think it's like option
Like
to
45
buy-
or something?
Yeah, like 40.
40, yeah,
Okay.
something like that.
And then you have 7 million for what's his name?
Martinez.
7.5.
Remember?
7.5 for what's his name? So
Martinez.
how much is that altogether? Let me do the quick math. 1 second. There
Less
we
than
go.
10 million.
117.5 million you've given Aston Villa.
Yeah.
100.
And-
Yeah, but
So Aston Villa
I feel
are
like
giving
it's
you
gonna
back. Aston Villa are giving you back basically all the money for Morgan Rogers in sorry, my apologies. In 2 payments, Aston Villa are giving back everything pretty much, and you're
Essentially.
giving them
Maybe 30 million.
So 1 second. So they've given you 110 million. You're
Mhm.
giving them 100 and what? 25.
Yeah.
Egal's conspiracy theory brain is kicking into gear now.
Of
I can
course,
see
of
it.
course.
I can see it. He's like 117 million on one side, 117
Guys.
million on the other side. What's going on here?
Aston Villa from doing business with Chelsea all window gets only 15 million profit.
Yep. But they need players. They lost what? Tillemans. They're gonna lose Ollie Watkins.
comes
Well,
off.
But they're getting Garnacho and Jackson. Like I rate Jackson.
Oh my god.
Garnacho's highway
No.
robbery.
No,
Yeah,
Jackson
that's
is
a
good.
downgrade.
Garnacho is terrible. Like Garnacho's one of the worst players I've seen.
Yeah,
No,
you're going from
Garnacho is
Watkins to
awful.
Jackson. Ugh, brother. Ugh.
I mean, they have
Oh,
no
and they're
choice.
getting the Watkins money and the Tillemans money. They got a lot of
yeah,
money
yeah.
coming in this window.
Yeah, they got money.
I don't
coming in.
know. Do you guys think Aston Villa's transfer window and Newcastle's transfer window was needed? They've refreshed both their squads.
I think
I
it's
think
bad.
Newcastle had an excellent window. I think the jury is out on Aston Villa's.
They got slapped though, 4-0.
All right. Quickly,
Yeah, they
let's,
don't have much of a defense. That's their problem. They're just going. They need a center
Transe.
back.
They got Arsenal next on Monday.
Oh,
After getting
Arsenal's
slapped
gonna
last season.
slap them like 4-0, like genuinely.
So Una Emery is going to be a good evening, hopefully.
Yeah.
Let's go to Rack. Rack is smiling ear to ear. His club just signed Barcola off the back of an interesting week where you're speaking to Minta, Sar. It just seemed like you didn't have a plan, and then out of nowhere you go and complete the deal
Chelsea
for
and Villa are better than
Barcola.
each other.
So are you a little bit confused with the scattergun approach of Liverpool's transfer window? Because I don't know if you guys have been paying attention. Liverpool were speaking about Elise last year. They found out that was kind of unrealistic. Now they going into this window, Barcola was their main target. They got him. They also got Martinez, but they're also speaking about another wing target. So they've been after what's the guy that went to Barcelona, Real Madrid? Diamande. They bid
Monday,
100 million
Oh,
for
yeah.
him. They bid for Minta and they bid for Sar. So they've bid for 3 players who they've not gotten over the line yet. So I think it's confusing, Rack. You must be confused by what you guys are trying to do. Like, who are you trying to bring in? It's confusing.
Yeah, but look, ultimately, whether I'm confused or whether elements of the Liverpool fan base are confused is kind of irrelevant. As long as we bring the right players in, the team performs. That's what's most important.
Do you think your team has a proper plan?
we were all jumping for joy and celebrating, and as you know, I was very happy last summer, and it all went to shit. So I don't really care what the fan base has to say. I just care what happens out on the pitch. Whoever we sign, I would have liked to have been done 3 or 4 weeks ago. But sometimes these things don't happen, and Barcola is going to take some time. He is a good player. He's a very good player. The fact that he wasn't consistently getting to PSG's team, I don't think is necessarily a barometer, because they're by some distance the best team in the world.
He scored the most goals per game in the league.
I don't think you'd be saying this if you watch Liga. I'll just say
Maybe. But he's, by all accounts, everybody who I've spoken to said he's a good player, apart from Kelp. But,
I'll say he's Savinho, but he scores more goals than Savinho, but not by a lot. He will frustrate the hell out of you. He misses a lot of really good chances. I'm just going to say that. Just a warning.
So what I've seen from him in the Champions League, I think he's looked decent. From what I gather, he's a player who attempts a lot of take-ons and loses the ball a lot, but he does get success. He's like a volume guy. He's not going to be successful with 100% of his take-ons, but we don't really need that. Sometimes, I mean, look, Kel's a Man City fan. Even what's his face? Your flying. What's his name? I forget his name now. Doku. He can be frustrating, right? But then at the end of the day, sometimes he gets parts of player. And you're entitled to your opinion.
I rate Doku. It's so good.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm just saying.
Ultimately,
a lot of people don't watch Liga, so
ultimately,
I have one moment when I can be like,
signing.
Liga players.
But ultimately, I think we needed to do something, because our squad is looking unbalanced. I'd liked us to do something in central midfield. I've been saying for many years that I think we're lacking in central midfield, but it doesn't look like that is going to happen. I think we're going to try and go for another wide player. I think the idea was we were going to go for one top target and one backup. Whether it was Minter or this other guy from PSG or Sar. I think those are the backup positions. Although, again, I'm not necessarily convinced why we necessarily need a backup, because we have Rio there. But anyway, let's see what happens. I'm not jumping for joy. Like I said, a lot of people these days get psyched about transfer window. I don't really. Last season I got a little bit carried away, but it's not how I normally am.
I think you deserve it. You won the league.
But it's more about ultimately. I did say this at the time though. Winning the transfer window means fuck all, right? If I win the transfer window, I don't care. I want to win the league. I want to challenge for the top trophies, right? That's what the big team should be there to do. And we need better performances from all of our players, especially after that opening game. So let's see. But this is just the start. And Barcola, Wirtz, Isak, all of these big money signings, they've got a shitload to prove, because they haven't done anything so far.
400 million in 4 players.
Yep.
By the way, what do you think about the Ismail Sar Minta saga?
I think we are going. That was they were the guys we're looking at as backups. I think Minta is a decent player. Sar is a perennial thorn in our side. He scored so many goals. I remember he scored 2 goals for us against us when we were playing Watford, when we'd been unbeaten for like 40-something games or whatever it was. So, and yeah, it was. But is he a good enough backup? I don't know. Look, ultimately, I don't really care. Again, he would have been a backup. But we got Rio. The thing that makes me a little bit worried, and maybe it's going to be a 2-season thing, is that I don't know if Barcola or Rio definitely, from what I've seen. Barcola, I'm not sure if he's the kind of guy who should be playing on the right-hand side. I would like him to play on the left and have a left foot on the right-hand side. and have 2 inverted forwards. But let's see if
You're not spending
Iraola
all
can
that
make it
money
work.
to play Barcola on the right, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's what
Better on the
that's
left.
my-
But then the question is, who is going to play on the right? Rio? I'm not sure about. I'm really
Nunez?
not. But I mean, we've seen him play for 15 minutes the other day. I don't think that's enough to. Sure, he looked okay, but
Maybe that's why you want Sar. Maybe you wanted
but
two.
this is the big question. Yeah, I mean, this is why we want 2 players. But all of the players we're going for, I don't know. Is Sar right-footed as well? All of them seem to be right-footed.
Yeah.
No, Sar's left-footed.
Is he? Okay, maybe that might be a shout. I think we need a left footer anyway.
Yeah, you guys don't have it. Also, don't you guys need a midfielder, or are you guys trusting an academy player?
No, as I said, I would have liked a midfielder 3 years ago.
Yeah, Sar's
So,
right-footed actually.
Are you going to get it? Sar's right-footed?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think we're going
Last
to get a
time Liverpool
midfielder.
signed a defensive midfielder
But he always played on the right though.
years ago, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sar's
Well,
right.
I mean, we should have been looking for a replacement. I mean, we were obviously interested in Caicedo. I don't think he's necessarily a pure DM, but he obviously has defensive traits. Since then, since Fabinho left, we haven't been linked to anybody. Yeah.
You know what would be good for you if you could.
LFC and Anon, Lamine Camara, he is a good player. Angelo Silla, I'm not so sure about, but I'd be behind Lamine Camara as a shout.
You're not going to get Minta for less than 80 million.
Oh, Lamine Camara, that's a good shout.
Yeah, Minta is left-footed. Okay, I didn't know that Mendes one.
Okay, yeah, Sar's.
Let's have Munoz in the chat. Munoz, tiny little player.
He won you the penalty that got
very
you.
Tiny little player.
He you know what the thing is, Kels, he may be, and I'm showing my ignorance. I don't know that much about him, but again, he's coming to a new league. He's 23, so it's a lot to hang your hat on. You know, if we should be challenging with the amount of money we spent. We should be challenging right at the top of the league, and you don't really want to be putting all your eggs in his basket when he may take some time to adapt. He takes some time to get used to it. I don't know. Let's see. Liverpool in for Lamine Camara. I hope so.
I don't know about you guys, but it doesn't seem like Liverpool are working in the same manner that they used to, where they wouldn't spend so much crazy money on big profile names, and they would go and get players that are smart buys.
Like Mane.
Like Mane. And they would do what they did, or Salah at the time was a smart buy also. And it's like, I feel like this is just the market now, or is this Liverpool's recruitment being changed?
But it's tricky, right? Because literally 2 minutes ago we were talking about Munoz. We signed for 35 million, right? Which was the same amount. He could be. It's too early to tell about some of these. You know, player inflation right now. 35 million. Salah was signed 9 seasons ago. 35 million then is probably 70 million now. You spend 70 million pounds on people think that's obviously crazy money. That's not considered a smart buy now, right? But it could be a smart buy if you took at player inflation over that period of time.
There was a economist who once said, you pay less for something, you could lose everything. But you pay more for something, you're just gonna lose what you paid more for because you know it's gonna function right. So because basically, if you get the cheaper option, sometimes it might not necessarily work out. But if you pay more for something, sometimes 9 times out of 10, when you pay more for something, you're just annoyed that you paid more. But when you pay more, you tend to get what it's worth.
But Liverpool's wasted a lot of money.
Buy twice. That's the phrase.
Liverpool's wasted a lot of money recently, like a lot of money. Like I feel like the type of signings you're making is what Ed Woodward would have done at United years back. Like all these Galactico signings you're making is genuinely what Ed Woodward would be doing.
Did they need Isak? They should have got Barcola last year.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, they didn't need Isak. I think
if you're gonna spend that money, you should have got
Ekitike
was baller.
Maybe kept Luis Diaz.
Yeah, exactly.
He wanted wages though. That was the issue.
Yeah, I understand. I don't think the issue was so much getting rid of Luis Diaz, because Diaz was 29. Of course, he was a very good player, but we'd seen what he could do for Liverpool. I don't think he was going to get better at Liverpool. He did have a good season the year we won the league, but he wanted a pay bump. And you have to decide, do you want to keep this guy for the next 4 to 5 years and pay him 3 times the salary? Or do you want to use that 80 million you get from Bayern and recycle it into a player you think can be better. You have to make a judgment call on that. You have to think, can I get better with the money that I'm putting over the long term? And that's long, and you're only going to find out once you've done that deal. And yeah, Diaz had a great season last season. I think it obviously is easier in Germany for him than it is in the Premier League.
I don't think he'd be putting up these numbers in the Prem.
The shit thing was we didn't replace him.
All right.
And we paid for that.
Before we finish off on Liverpool, guys, is Liverpool going to make any more major signings before the window closes, Rack? Have you heard anything?
Well, someone in your chat's very interested in Lamine Kamara, so maybe. I don't know. I'm using your chat as a source.
Back, right back.
I think it's too. I don't think they're going to be doing too much more.
You probably need a defender. I'm going to say it. Those
well,
fullbacks look stinky.
Liverpool fans are saying Szoboszlai could become a world-class right back.
Whoa.
But do you really want to play him?
What happened to Frimpong?
I would want him closer to goal, because he's very good at that. Being close to the box, I'd rather him do that.
What is he then? What is Frimpong? Do you play him on the right? Because he at least
Frimpong's a wing back.
I'd play him as just a straight up winger.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's
right
the
wing.
you can play him.
I'll tell you.
But there was times when he played as a winger. But he played as a winger a few times last season. I didn't have like a really long run of games, but ultimately, I don't think he's a proper winger because he's got pace. As a winger, he'll be like a kick and rush kind of guy. He'll kick it past players and he'll try and beat for pace rather than any kind of trick. And I think that gets you so far, but he's way off what we need in that position. So I don't know, man. I think there's a lot of question marks.
Yeah, it's a lot of question marks for Liverpool.
Time for the Champions League draw. I'll be honest, guys. I look at the Champions League draw nowadays, and I just look at my team, and I'm like, yo, we've come a long way because none of these teams really worry me going into these draws. Before it was like, yo, we got Real Madrid, we got this team. Now I'm looking at it, I'm just like, yeah, it is what it is. What about you guys? How you guys feeling about your draws?
We got tough fixtures. Bayern Munich, Atletico away, tough. Villarreal, not easy.
No, you got easy compared to Man City.
Yeah, we got a terrible draw.
Although we
for once are alive, we don't have to face Real Madrid.
Hey, Man City can't really complain. You've had so many easy draws throughout your era. Can you guys see it?
Yeah.
I think Villa got a pretty easy draw there. I mean, going to
they got
Galatasaray.
PSG, Barcelona. What are you talking about?
So I don't think
Liverpool got away with one.
Club Brugge.
Aston Villa,
Come on,
Aston Villa got PSG, Barcelona. Aston Villa's not winning any of their
no, they have to go to Barcelona. Big deal. Like everybody has one or two games that are difficult. Then the bottom six are you're just like, okay.
Isn't our draw similar to Arsenal's from last season? Bayern Munich at home, Atletico away, Sporting Lisbon.
Yeah, we had similar too.
It's quite similar.
Well, are you worried, Egal, with Real and Bayern Munich? I mean, those are only two.
No, bro, I'm excited.
Holy shit,
I love facing German teams. They're like Dortmund. They're just open. And then Bayern, we slapped them last time we played them. Real Madrid hasn't beaten us in their club's history. I'm confident against all. I think we can go. What do you call it? Win every game.
How about United?
I think United's going to struggle versus the top teams.
Not that bad of a draw.
I think United could struggle against about 3 of those teams.
Are you guys serious? United's draw is so bad. Like, can you see us beating Bayern Munich or Atletico Madrid or
no?
No, but I could see you probably beating the
all you have to do
is
win. All you have to do is win 3 or 3 or 4 and draw 2, and you get through.
Yeah, but they're gonna lose to Como away. They might lose to Lisbon away.
Yeah, that's gonna be a tough one.
Maybe Villa away. Those away games are the ones you have to worry about.
United turn up against the big teams and we drop points against the little teams.
I think you're smaller teams that play low blocks against you. You struggle against more than teams that open up against you.
You probably won't like me saying this, but I'm more confident playing Arsenal than I am playing the smaller teams. Because I feel like we do okay against Arsenal.
I get that. Because at the end of the day, we don't, what do you call it, play a low block against you. We give you more space. You have more time to attack us.
Yeah.
And you probably feel the same way versus Man City or any other big team.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But when it comes to Bayern and Atletico, shouldn't you feel confident then?
Not with Luke Shaw. Or at least if you Luke Shaw, I'm not sure about that. You know, I mean, if we get Lewis Hall, you know,
you're not getting Lewis Hall because
centre back.
You're not getting Lewis Hall because your old legendary goalkeeper came out and did an interview with him and asked him point blank. And now Newcastle's stance has changed and said no chance. After the manager said no chance,
crazy.
He's not going anywhere.
Crazy. So who are you gonna get at left back? We're stuck with Luke Shaw.
It looks like you guys are going for Balde.
He's injury prone.
That's what it looks like you're going for.
What do you think about our transfer window, by the way, and how we're gonna stack up in the Champions League?
I think Man United went cheap, but before we go on to Man United's transfers, Liverpool, Rack, what do you think about your list? You had Atletico Madrid, Inter, Porto, Club Brugge, Villarreal, Fenerbahce, Lens, and Lask.
I mean, look, I'm sure most people will say that it's quite a favourable draw. We've had our tricky draws in the past few years, but I can't really complain too much about it. Interway is probably not going to be super easy, but I mean that's the most difficult game we've got, and I think Inter eminently beatable.
Okay, do you think you go into how far?
Somebody
you think
just
really...
I need to comment on that when it's time.
Yo,
do you think,
I don't know about you guys
in the knockout.
Well,
let me know when I can speak on this.
Honestly,
I got something to say on that one.
Based on the first game of the season, I would say, I just commented on that really. You know, I think that it's difficult to say based on that first game of the season that we're going to go very far, but I think we'll get out of the group and probably maybe win the first knockout round and then see what happens. We need to grow a lot. We need to improve. There's a lot of improvement required for us to go deep in the competition, I think.
Let me ask you a question about this Jamie Carragher thing. Have you heard about it? Basically, Jamie Carragher is facing bankruptcy over 700,000 in tax debt.
Yeah. So I haven't seen, I haven't read into it too much depth, but it's apparently to do with outstanding taxes from up back to even when he was playing. So maybe he's under declared some of his income or something like that over the years, and they've done an investigation.
So what happened?
So could be. So he would. So basically, it sounds like they've tried to put some payment plans in place, which for whatever reason, obviously we don't know, they haven't been met. And normally when they're not met, that's when they try and initiate bankruptcy proceedings. But I don't know the details. But you're right, Carol. You should pay your bills. So pay up, or this is going to be another embarrassing Carol situation. So,
yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Carragher, man.
All I gotta say to him is I don't want to ever hear 115 come out of your mouth ever again, Jamie Carragher. You take care of your own house first before worrying about other people. I don't want to hear none of that. Hold that, Jamie. Hold that.
Public taxes.
If only it was just Jamie Carragher who was talking about 115. Come on.
Anyways, bringing it on to Man City while we're talking about 115. PSG, Barcelona, Sporting, Porto, Napoli, Leverkusen, Athens, and Lens.
It's not Leverkusen. RB Leipzig.
No, it's Leipzig, my bad.
I was like, we're not playing them again. Please, not Leverkusen again.
My bad.
I don't need that disaster after
RB Leipzig.
Season.
So Leipzig are playing both United and City.
Yeah. And one is at home, one is away.
I'm sure our away fans are just dying to go back to RB Leipzig because we used to play them like every year. So I'm sure the away fans are not jazzed. They were god awful in the Champions League last year.
What do you think about the Barcelona, PSG, the two Portuguese sides, Napoli?
Yeah, Rodri's we get a bunch of reunions. We get to play Kevin De Bruyne again. We get to play Rodri again. All that's missing is playing Real Madrid to play Bernardo Silva again. And in fact, we could have played Yaya Toure in the Slovenian team.
You're going to get them in the knockout round, Kilk.
Wait, I guarantee you. Yeah, if we make the round, we're guaranteed to play Real Madrid.
Wait, Yaya Toure is playing
that goes without saying.
Is Yaya Toure still playing?
With the new manager. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm not
I'm
sure.
not too happy with that draw. I think it's pretty awful, but what are you gonna do? That's a draw for you. It feels a little scripted though. The Rodri thing, I was like, man, it feels a little scripted. Like, come on, man.
Kills, why'd you
I
say
wish I
Yaya
was at the
Toure?
Etihad because I wanted. We never got to say goodbye to Rodri, so that would have been nice. But we'll just have to do it there. Midway fans will give it. We'll serenade him.
Why'd you mention Yaya Toure?
Because he's in the Champions League. He's a man. He manages a Slovenian team. I forget their name, but they won their playoff yesterday. And so Yaya Toure is a Champions League manager.
Slovan Bratislava.
Yeah, Slovan Bratislava. He's I don't know what their draw was, but yeah, that Yaya Toure is their manager.
Crazy. I didn't know he managed.
We also could have gotten Batiste. That would have been a Pellegrini reunion. So a lot of former City angles. We got a couple of them, but not all of them.
Interesting.
Oh, he's newly appointed June of this year. Toure landed his first managerial job, joining Slovak First Division League, Slovan Bratislava.
Fairs.
Yeah, and I think that's the first time they've ever qualified. And I read that he is the first African manager to ever manage in the Champions League. So congratulations, Yaya.
In the Champions League, no. Rijkaard won the Champions League with Barcelona.
That was the stat I heard. Maybe that was an incorrect stat. So if it was,
maybe
I take it back.
maybe in Slovakia or something, wherever. Yes, Slovakia, Slovenia. Yeah, Slovakia.
Let's talk about
Slovakia is a different. Slovenia is in between Croatia and
no, but I mean, but maybe he's the first. Maybe he's the first black manager to ever manage in Slovakia.
What do you guys think about who's going to replace Enzo? Did we even mention that?
Ooh, no.
Right now, what it's looking like is Kone, Alex Scott, Wharton. There's whispers of Camavinga and Fabian Ruiz.
2 or 1?
1. It's gonna be a 1 for 1.
Alex Scott's a good player.
I personally like Alex Scott, but he's very controversial in the Chelsea
because he's a Spurs fan.
Yeah, he is a Spurs fan as well. So that's probably another reason. And then
does
Wharton,
that matter?
I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters. But
it matters for my fan base.
But Harry Kane was Arsenal, wasn't he? And you would have taken Harry Kane.
Yeah, but he got dropped by Arsenal, and they picked him up.
They said he's not for sale though.
Who?
Alex Scott.
They said that, but there's always a price. I think it was the price that they.
Yeah, Enzo wasn't for sale this morning.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I know, but Chelsea don't have European competition to win this year.
They rejected.
Bournemouth might be deluding themselves into thinking they could win Europa League, so they might want to keep him. It's their first time in Europe, But that's a slightly different story. Whereas Chelsea, we know
Chelsea are willing to overpay. This has created a domino effect. Barcelona got Rodri. Enzo's going to thing. With Enzo leaving Chelsea, I look at Chelsea's midfield. What are your options right now? Lavia, Caicedo, Jordan Henderson,
Reece James, Barco.
Barco is a baller.
That's all we have, bro.
That
we don't have
really good.
No, I don't. I think Barco's okay. He's like a downgrade on Santos. Like Santos next to Reece James or Caicedo. Barco's definitely a downgrade from Santos.
Oh, Barco is carrying Strasbourg.
A lot of your fans.
He's so good.
A lot of the fans of Man United, Chelsea, Liverpool, Man City, all of you guys seem to be confident. You got some at least a big portion of your fan bases are all confident that they're better than the rest. So do you think Chelsea could be still better than the rest of the top 6 this season?
Yeah, I mean, I think we have high expectations. If we don't get top 3, it's a failure of a season, in my opinion. And I think it's going to hang on who we bring in the midfield. So if they do bring in the whispers of Kone, I don't rate Kone like that. Personally, if you bring me either Wharton or Alex Scott, I'll be happy. Wharton is better for Caicedo because Caicedo can kind of roam free and be a little bit more of a playmaker instead of sticking into the 6. You get Alex Scott, you got a guy who could play the 8, who could dribble, who could hold the ball, and he can actually sit back at times and play more defensively than Enzo. Enzo, I didn't think he was a great carrier of the ball. People overrate him as a playmaker. At best, he's like an attacking box crasher. So it'll be interesting. I don't know who we're gonna get. There's whispers Camavinga. There's whispers of Fabian Ruiz. I don't think Fabian Ruiz has the legs to play in the Prem personally. But I think Camavinga will be decent if he decides to come.
Yeah, no worries. Before we get into anything else, Rak, do you have any comments on Ibrahim Mbai?
I mean, LFC Anon seems like he knows what he's talking about. I haven't really tracked the transfer window this summer too much. So if he says it, I'm gonna believe him. He's gonna be my my go-to source.
All right.
Is he a winner?
Liverpool look like they're trying to do their thing. Yep. Do you think you have enough depth?
My concern is the right-hand side, right? My concern is the right-hand side. So I think we need a central midfielder.
Hey, I see.
I'm surprised you weren't in for like an Alex Scott, like a runner like that, or Adam Wharton. You've been linked with him before.
I would have liked Alex Scott. Yeah, I would have liked Alex Scott. Wharton's a very good player in terms of taking tempo. I don't know if he has the physicality to be able to marshal that midfield alone, but he's a very good player. I think that's just. I think that's.
He's a tempo setter though, which you might be lacking.
By the way, are we gonna have the Florian Wirtz? Are we gonna have the Florian Wirtz conversation? Because let's be honest, it is starting to get a little bit worrying.
Yeah, look, this season is put up or shut up for Wirtz and for Isak. We know that Isak has the potential to be world class, but ultimately what you did at Newcastle is irrelevant to me. It's what you do for Liverpool. And Wirtz, we all laughed at, we as Liverpool fans and actually rival fans, we all laughed at Man United when you were spending the kind of crazy money you were spending, and every player, no matter how much you spent, you know, all of them kind of failed, and we were there. We were laughing. Absolutely. And so if Wirtz doesn't turn out and prove it, you're absolutely justified in laughing at him. If Isak doesn't work, you guys are absolutely justified. You can't have one rule for one and one rule for the other. Yeah. We are there to be shot at because we spent 400 and something million last summer and we scraped 5th place, which in itself is scandalous.
Yeah, I don't know how y'all.
And you were champions.
Yeah. It's embarrassing.
Man United got anything going on?
And you know what? Sorry, just one quick thing. I don't demand Liverpool win every season, right? I don't. It's a lot of people will throw the toys out of their pram and stuff, but we went the whole season, and as the season progressed, we looked worse and worse and worse. The idea is towards the end of the season, there was a lot of turnover of the squad. We should have started to look better, and our performances went down, and that's unacceptable.
That's on the manager.
Second, but it's not just on the manager. It's not just on the manager. The manager has played his part, of course, but the players need to take some responsibility as well. And now is your time as players to take responsibility and show that, you know what, it was the manager. And if they don't perform this season, we know that it's not just the manager.
All right. Before we get on to the fixtures, Vert, do you have anything Man United-wise? Because you already spoke about the left back. Are you guys doing anything else?
At the start of the season, we were all excited, right? Because David Ornstein said United's going to have the busiest summer. We were linked with Enzo Fernandez, Tonali, Bruno Guimaraes, all these world-class players, right? And we ended up with Andre Santos from Chelsea, who, let's be honest, Chelsea didn't really want him. We ended up with Baleba, who no other big club is in for him. I still rate him. I still think he can turn it around. Last season, he was poor. And Tielemans for 35 mil. I think that's a very good signing. But if you look at those players, I don't think we've signed the best of the rest. I think Tottenham have done much better business than us. I think Arsenal's done much better business than us. I think Chelsea's done much better business than us. And I feel like we're just lagging behind. And this could have been the season to push on and challenge Arsenal. And we've kind of regressed. Even City, Elliot Anderson, I forgot another one. Elliot Anderson was another signing that we went for. And we've just kind of penny pinched around and we've ended up with 3 midfielders that are, let's be honest, average at best in terms of like what kind of caliber of players we were looking at. We also need a left back because we're stuck with Luke Shaw. We need a centre back because Martinez is injured.
Here we go.
We need a striker because Xerxes as a backup striker is not good enough. Watkins has gone to Al Hilal, I believe. So I'm not sure what's going on there. We're linked with Mateta, which would be a decent signing.
He would start for you.
Dorgu at left wing is not working. Dorgu is a left back. Dorgu at left wing. I never want to see that ever again. And we've kind of regressed where we're meant to progress this season. Do you know what I mean? There's so many games coming up. Have we got the squad depth? No. We still got Maguire, Delone, Luke Shaw starting, which was the same, you know, defense as 4 years ago. It's not looking good at United. You know, Tielemans and Santos, you saw against Hull City, got overrun. It's not good enough. So,
Yeah,
Are you
Santos is
confident
not a
versus
proper
Ipswich
six.
at home at least?
sorry?
Are you confident versus Ipswich at home at least?
I mean, we should be beating Ipswich, but I was confident versus Hull City. So, you know, it's one of them ones. Hopefully we get Baleba in for that game, because I think his injury is not bad, I believe. But if we're going with Santos and Tielemans again, are we going to get overrun again? Because that doesn't work.
Do you guys have better performances at home at least?
I think we should. We should. I mean, you expect United to beat Ipswich at home, right? But it's not looking good. It's not gelling. Even at pre-season, we lost to Amorim. I know pre-season doesn't mean much, but it's just not gelling at the moment. And I don't think it's Carrick's fault, because if we all be honest, he's not been backed. Like, Carrick has not really been backed. We've actually had a net spend of about 20 million. Man United have had a net spend of about 20 million. That's poor. That's really poor.
You guys are in a lot of debt. That's probably why.
Yeah, but it goes down to Ineos, you know, and the Glazers at the end of the day. It's just
I mean,
not good enough.
I know, but they like to. They use you as a dividend machine. They don't.
Yeah, they keep
you know?
taking out dividends. And
They're taking their dividends.
Go
No,
ahead,
no,
Ash.
it's not.
Toss, what are you saying?
I was just gonna say we offered you guys Tosin Adebayor. I think he'll be a good addition.
I don't want Tosin. You know what I mean? I don't want him. I don't want that.
Like, don't give me your trash.
We see what you're doing there. We see what you're doing,
What's
Toss.
going on here, man? Like, we're Man United. Like,
I was actually gonna say we have the
the
Sausage.
biggest club in England.
Yeah, we got the Tosin too.
You know what I mean? It's
I
not.
mean, you guys actually, it's kind of crazy because when I became a Chelsea fan, United was the team that everybody wanted to beat. Everybody wanted to be like United, and I don't know. It's like after the Fergie era, I don't know if it's the ownership.
It's the ownership, because
Yeah.
I want to see a parade. I saw Arsenal's parade. I live in London. I want to go to a parade. You know what I mean? Like, it's not fair. Like, it's just not
You could have
fair.
came, you know.
Bro, next time, man, I'm
But
coming,
there are a
man.
bunch of
Because
Chelsea
my
fans
club,
there.
I
I
don't know
heard
when
there
I'm going to
was.
see it. You know what I mean? I don't know when I'm going to see it, to be
See,
honest.
I was a bit angry that we sold Santos to you guys because he's not a proper six. He's not even the player you guys necessarily need.
Do you rate Santos?
I rate Santos. If you put him next to Caicedo, a lot of players look very good. You know what I'm saying? But the
Right.
problem is with United, I feel like they're putting a lot of responsibility on a guy who's played in the Prem 1 year. You got Bruno, who's obviously your best player, and then I think you have Maino, and who else is the other option?
We got
Tielemans.
Belieber. I rate Belieber, but
Yeah, I think Belieber
Yeah.
has to be your out and out six, and if he doesn't perform well, it might be like.
who would
at
you
the end of the
pair?
day-
Because for me, it's
It might be
Belieber,
cooked.
Menu, and we bench Tielemans and Santos personally.
Yeah, I think
Let's
Tielemans is a
talk
good
about it
rotation.
in the aspect of the next game versus Ipswich. How confident is everyone Man United is going to win? If you were to put a prediction out there,
I mean, United at
win,
home.
loss, or draw.
I think we win 2-1. We scrape it. It'll be like a 70th minute, 80th minute scrape.
Yeah,
That's
if it's in
right.
Old Trafford, I'll go with that 2-1.
Who's United playing?
Ipswich at home.
Ipswich at home.
I mean,
By the way, the guy still hasn't cut his hair.
the two opening games are two newly promoted teams. That's a pretty Christian.
What are the
Christian
chances
star,
of
right?
that?
I know.
You would think so, right?
You would hope so, but judging by that first, that's going to give Ipswich some confidence. But United at home, you'd
Were
back
you
them
guys
to win
shocked
most
with the
games.
whole result? Like, was that like
It was surprising.
I mean, no one expect. I didn't even bother watching it. I thought, you know what, United
Yeah.
against newly
we
promoted
never
team.
look like scoring, and that's the sad thing. You know, them games where you lose 2-0 and you think, oh, do you know what? We should have won. I'll give you an example. Last season, we lost to Arsenal 1-0. But if everyone watched that game, we played very, very well. Cunha and Mboma were on it. We had good passage of play. Even under Amorim, we played really well. But this game here, we played bad. Like, we played really bad. Like, there was no real chance. Mboma tried a bicycle kick, and that was our best chance. So
Yeah.
there was nothing going on, you know what I mean? Like,
What's up with the attacking in United? You brought on Sesko, you didn't start him. You got Mbuemo, you got
Sesko's coming back
Diallo,
from
you got
injury. I would start Sesko. I would drop Dorgu to left back. He's not a left winger. He should never be left winger. That goal of
Rashford looks good
Arsenal.
at left back, you know.
Rashford.
But he's the thing is he scored a banger versus Arsenal, and now all of a sudden he's a winger. Like what's going on here? Like it's
And then
not-
Cunha's not a 9. He likes to drift.
Cunha's not really. I mean, he's all right as a false 9, but he's not really an out and out 9. Even Mbomo plays better at 9, right? Like I would put Ahmad.
Let me ask you guys one question. Are you do you guys still see that United Strand guy on the internet? Are you annoyed by him? Is he United?
Bro, cut his hair, man. Please cut your hair, bro. Like it's
no. Don't do it, man.
Now we're focusing on 5 wins in a row.
Do you know how many days it is? 691 days.
That's crazy. He's never cutting his hair. And do you know what it is? Every time it gets to 4 wins in a row, we just know we're going to mess up. Because now there's so much pressure on us. There's so much pressure on the players, probably. And I bet the opponent's team wants to, score against stuff because of that. This guy, man, he's annoying.
He built the brand off of it, man. Shout out to him, man.
The thing was, he was
big up the guy, man.
The thing was, this was all supposed to be for charity, but I don't know if it's for charity anymore.
Not anymore.
Is the money going towards cancer charity, or is the hair going towards?
But it could. I mean, the money could, but he could also be building a profile. And 2 things to be right at the same time, right? He's obviously building a profile off the back of it.
That West Ham game,
I think it's hard. But I don't think it's necessarily. It doesn't mean there's something nefarious going on, right? I'm sure it started out as a bit of fun.
It's gotten to a point where it's no longer charity. He's fully monetized it. Fair play to him.
But do you think he's annoyed now that he can't cut his hair? Do you think he's actually annoyed at the fact that he can't?
I think he wakes up every morning and is like, counting his checks. He don't care.
I don't know. I don't know the guy, right?
I mean,
so I'm not gonna judge him.
Like if I built a brand of that, I'll be quite happy to be honest.
All right. So I'm just gonna say this: Man United is playing Ipswich at home, right?
Yeah.
But there's another game. Man City's playing Crystal Palace away. Kels, are you worried about that game?
The only thing that would potentially worry me is if he plays the wrong team. And based on how he started the game on Sunday, I'm not super confident he's going to pick the right team. But I get it. Well, I don't think Gahey. I think Gahey performed fine, but I don't need that. I don't need that tomorrow. Going back to Selhurst for your first game back is not the time to play around with that. You signed a 6, play him. I know everybody's like, oh, but he's 18. Throw Boadi in there. He's better than Kovacic and he's better than Gahey. Kid played Real Madrid and Boston when he was 17 years old. He's not going to be afraid of fucking Crystal Palace. Start him in that game, and I'm confident we win. But if I had to give a prediction, I'd probably say I would predict a draw. But if he gets the lineup correct,
Does Gavardio go back to left back?
Does
Gavardio go back to left back?
This is where I'm struggling with his lineup. I just don't know. You can't bench. Right? So you're at a point where you can't bench Nico O'Reilly. You don't want to bench Mateus Nunes. You don't want to bench Turkey. So that should be easy. Like, don't play Rico Lewis. That's an easy thing to do. I don't even know if Phil Foden has earned a start based on what he did on Sunday. Compared to what Turkey did, Turkey absolutely deserves to start. Yeah, I don't know if you do it. I don't know if you do a midfield of. I don't know where you put Nico O'Reilly. I don't know what he's gonna do because he's been playing Vardiol as left back a lot. So I don't know if that's just it. And then Nico O'Reilly's a midfielder, but we have a stacked midfield. So I don't like the midfield's getting like there's less and less minutes like at each signing. So I don't know what he's doing. I have no clue what I would if I had to predict it. I would predict Vardiol left back because that's just kind of. I think he's really pushing this back three thing.
If I see a midfield of Kovacic, Mark Gahey, and Nico O'Reilly start the game, I already know you guys are gonna have a tough game.
Well, he wouldn't do that. I don't think he would start Kovacic and Gahey. I could see him do Anderson and Kovacic, which doesn't fill me with any sort of joy because we saw how terrible that was in the Community Shield. So I don't want to see if Kovacic is starting a game. I will just automatically predict that we drop points. You have better options. Be smart and use them. You sign Boadi. Boadi is a very good player. Throw him in. You might start using Boadi as a right back. That is true. You can do that. That's bad news for Mateus Nunes because he has precedent of doing that because he did that last season with Reece James, who inverted into the middle as a pivot from the right back position. He could do it. I have a question about just in general about City. Like, how concerned are you going to this season? Do you think it will kind of all work out and maybe it's going to be a bit of a transitional season, but everything will be fine? Or do you have any concerns about Maresca, whether he's
whether he's of the level, your recruitment and stuff like that. Obviously, you've got some good players. Haaland, obviously, clearly world-class. Turkey's coming for a good season last year. But you've obviously lost a lot of big characters. Do you have how concerned are you in general that there's a big turnover, losing the best manager in the world?
I mean, like, I'm not expecting to win anything major this year. I know some people are like, well, Pep has to, or Maresca has to win the treble if he's getting all these signings. And I'm just like, no, he's not going to. Get that out of your head. Just, I mean, if we win the Carabao Cup, I'll take it. Just give me a cup. I'll be fine with that. But you have to make top four. I think with the signings, with the signings being made, I think that is good enough to make top four.
But you guys,
I did make a very hyperbolic and reactive prediction last week before we made any signings. I said we would finish 9th, but then we made signings. So we're much better now that we've made some signings. But you have to also play the players you sign that are good. And I don't want to see any favoritism. I don't want to see Rico Lewis anymore. He's not good enough. I don't want to see Mateo Kovacic. He's not good enough. I don't need to see these stupid experiments. Like, play your best players in their best position, and I think you can do very well. And that's all. That's what I need. I need to see the setup for next season, and then next season you go for everything. And I'll be happy with that. Like, because again, you literally sold 11 players, and you sold an entire first team, or let them go via free agency. Like, I expect there to be a lot of confusion. I expect there to be the first few months. I expect there to be a lot of mistakes because people don't know where to be. They're figuring out the new system. So yeah, we're just like, it's gonna take some time, and I just accept that. So. I mean, maybe that sounds like a letdown, or but you're Man City, you should win everything. No. I think we're gonna go for. I'll be that way next season. This season, you have to.
Where do you
build the foundation, and the
what's
next
your
season
floor? What's your floor? Worst case scenario.
4th.
Right.
Okay, how many seasons of that can happen before they get Maresca out of there?
I think 2.
That's what I'm saying. It's only 2 seasons.
I think he needs to win the league next season,
maybe 3,
or a Champions League next season.
Win the league next season.
No, he's not. I don't think
the league is going to be next season.
Yeah, I don't think he has that in his bag.
You could lose Erling Haaland in the transfer window.
Down the line, yeah.
Who's paying $250 for him?
Madrid.
He's going to set a world. If you sell Haaland, that's a world record fee. Who's paying that right now?
There's never a release clause.
No.
Yeah.
Or if he doesn't, I don't think it's valid till 2029.
Yeah,
there's been a lot of mixed rumors about if he has one or not.
If Barcelona put all their budget, they could afford it.
Yeah, his release clause,
there, which he does not.
Yeah,
if he leaves, it'll be to Spain.
Rack, why are you laughing?
Yeah, how do you know he doesn't? Or how do you know that? Like, we don't know. Stranger things have happened in football.
Stranger things, yeah, true.
Now, Haaland will go to Madrid one day.
I was thinking Madrid.
If he leaves, it would be. I would say it's either Barcelona or Real Madrid or.
I would say
PSG
as well.
if Enrique's still there. If he wants to rack up if they're still in Champions League, like Farmers League, whatever. I could potentially see it. They're the only team that could afford it.
You could always do a swap deal with another team.
I don't know how those work with the rules now.
Wait, why are we letting off City off so easily here? Like, City have spent a lot of money here. Elliot Anderson, Bawardi, Enzo Fernandez. It's not.
The reason is
they've never played together.
The reason is they won 4 league titles in a row.
It takes time to develop some chemistry.
Dismantled.
So what about when United had that pressure straight away after Ferguson?
United haven't won the league in 13 plus years. United haven't won the league for 13 plus years, and the problem is not that United are not getting the league. The problem is United's fan base says we're gonna win the league, and then you don't come nowhere near it.
No, but what about when Ferguson left, right? And you guys bantered us for finishing wherever we finished, right? Where
did you finish though? Let's remember. Let's not say you can't just say wherever we finished. You finished like outside, not even in Europe, right? Or
let me not go into that.
No, but I get where he's coming from because City spent $250 million on only midfielders. What the hell are you doing? And then you brought in.
We lost all of our. We lost 11 players.
Okay.
You have to spend money to replace them. They're not.
I got you. And on top of that, you brought in a bunch of right-footed wingers. Semenyo, Doku. They had Savinho. Savinho left. They have nobody to play on that right side.
The main reason why Man City gets a pass is because they still have won. 1 second. The main reason why City get a pass, they've won more trophies this decade than certain clubs have in their entire club system.
But that should be more pressure.
We won 2 trophies last year. And then that team left.
Yeah, but Pep's
But
not there. It's a whole new game.
But you were meant to win the Premier League. Like, let's not forget that. Like, I know you won a double, but a cup double, but that's not Man
No,
City.
Liverpool were meant to win
We're
the Premier
like 2
League. by
games
the
away
way.
from winning the league.
1 second. Liverpool were meant to win the Premier League.
But
Yeah,
Man City were meant
we were.
to as well, though.
They nuked the team.
know what I mean?
Liverpool nuked the team.
When Man City
Even
went
when they beat us, even when they beat us at the Etihad, they still had to go undefeated for like 6 or 7 games.
but we
what
expected
happened
City
was-
to do that, right? Apart
What
from
happened
Arsenal fans.
was we went undefeated and won 5 games in a row.
But none of us thought City's going to drop points to was it Everton? Was it?
It
Yeah.
was Everton
There-
and then
there was
the
always
Bournemouth
I
game.
think Palace too.
There was always a likelihood that both teams were going to drop points. What happened was there was no one expected Arsenal to win every game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
That was the big thing. Also, Arsenal was the most consistent team last season. Even though they lost some
Yeah, they
games
were.
early, they were the most consistent team when it matters.
We
And
ended up
that-
winning the league by 7 points at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could have won by like 10 points realistically. If you didn't
We
drop
just kept
against-
letting other teams back in it. That's the thing.
You know that West Ham game, right? That VAR in the West Ham game.
Yeah,
That
was a
was
big
that was
decider.
the turning point. Like that was just that's what made me believe Arsenal's gonna go on and win.
Bro, I went to the ground that day with my son. We blessed the ground, I'm telling you. But before we go any
Crazy.
further,
Crazy.
we got to quick fire the last couple games. Rack, Nottingham Forest, what are you saying?
We will win, and we
Score?
will score 3 goals.
3
Those
goals.
early
Suppose
kickoffs
why?
though.
Damn. Tosh, you couldn't let it lie, right? You couldn't.
Early
you couldn't just leave
kickoff.
And trust me, I know all about that.
12:30
I know
kickoff.
all
He's
about
right.
early kickoffs.
Yeah,
He's right.
okay.
Your record against 12:30
Just,
kickoff.
okay, Tosh has maybe changed my mind. We're going to score 2 goals now
Yeah.
and win 2-1 and just squeeze over the line just about.
Spurs, Newcastle. Will you say anyone give me a prediction on that?
1-1.
Spurs
1-1.
Newcastle. Well, if Omar Marmoush plays, it's bad news for Newcastle, but I don't know if he'll be there. I don't know if he's a training.
You think Marmoush is that good?
Solanke's gonna
Marmoush
start.
just has a vendetta against Newcastle. I think he scored like 12 goals for City, and 7 of them are against Newcastle. He just fucking hates them, so he just scores against them. So I would predict him to score against them.
Tosh,
I
what
don't
are you
know what
saying?
it is.
Chelsea versus Brighton. I could see that being a high scoring like 3-4
Yeah.
thriller.
It might turn into a basketball game. The issue we have is we
Brighton
can see
look more solid. I trust their
Yeah.
manager.
they score
And
4.
who's
They're coming
this-
off 4 goals.
Who's this FPL defender who's scoring goals left, right, and center for them? I'm like, what the hell?
Who? Vuskovic?
Really?
Some
I
kid,
think-
yeah.
Brighton?
Yeah.
Is that Vuskovic?
Yeah.
The one who signed from Spurs.
Yeah, that guy's a baller. Croatian. Woo.
Yeah, he's nice. I think
Did
it'll
Spurs
be
have
high
him
score.
too? Just this.
I think it's gonna be high scoring, but we're at the bridge, so I'll give us 3-1. If we win 3-2, I'll take it. But I think we will win.
Wait, the
3-1.
lap might play against you.
No, he went to Forest.
Forest.
Oh no, Liverpool, my bad. Yeah.
Yeah, he
Has
went
he
to
signed?
Forest.
Has he officially signed?
Yeah, officially
Yeah,
hold up the
officially.
shirt, everything.
It's a big game for Caicedo if he plays because they've been putting out Brighton's been putting out some bad PR against Brighton with the Baliba sell to United. So I think if he ends up playing, he's gonna be motivated because Baliba was talking shit like, "Oh, I'm replacing $100 million player," and then they showed the clip of him scoring against Caicedo, which was 2 seasons ago, which tells you a lot about Baliba's state right now. So we'll see how he does.
It's all right.
We'll see how
When
Brighton
we play,
does.
when we play you, we'll do the double again, so we'll see.
We'll see. We'll see. We always have good games against United.
You guys are getting
Yeah,
into
yeah.
it. Quick fire. Last 2. We've already done Ipswich. Arsenal's going away to Aston Villa. I think we're gonna have to slap Aston Villa like
I'm
3-0.
4-0.
Yeah.
Yeah, we slapped them.
2-0 minimal. 2-0 minimal.
Yeah, we gotta beat them up.
Calls me.
Finally, what do you guys think about the whole Julian Alvarez situation? Arsenal's trying to get Julian Alvarez. We're basically just patiently waiting for the whole Barcelona situation to end.
Do
so he
you
can
want a
join
player
us.
that doesn't want to play for
Yeah,
Arsenal?
he wants to
So
play
he-
for Barcelona. He does
The
not want to
rumor
play for
is
Arsenal.
he wants Barcelona, but he's not saying no to Arsenal. What he's doing is he's basically like,
Everything I've read says yes.
if I can't get the move to Barcelona, I still want to get the hell out of here. So I'll come to you.
So you're
Isn't
selling
that-
Gyökeres then, for sure.
It does seem like Gyökeres would potentially be the swap deal.
But doesn't
So-
that feel like the same thing?
So what we're
Vinny
gonna
did?
do is what's being rumored is we would purchase him for 100 and what is it? 120 mil, and then we would give them Gyökeres for 60 mil.
Okay.
So then it would be all together. We are paying like 60 mil.
Wait,
Does
can I ask you a
Gyökeres want to
question?
go?
What?
Does Gyökeres want to go?
Yeah,
If Julian Alvarez walks in through the door, Gyökeres or quick.
Yeah.
Well,
Wait,
it
can I
sounds
ask you
like
a
they're
question as an
dependent on
Arsenal
each
fan?
other.
He's already offered himself to Barcelona and other clubs.
So he offered himself to Barcelona, but not to.
Offered
Atletico.
himself.
Yeah, his representatives
agent,
have
his agent.
offered his services to Barcelona, and Barcelona is like, I'm not interested.
Wait, Egal, as an Arsenal fan, right? Why do
Yeah.
you guys underrate Nico Marino so much? Because I look at this guy, yeah, and he's scoring left, right, and center, even for Spain.
We
For
don't
Arsenal, he gets touch
underestimate him.
goals. He's actually so good. Like
We
I
don't
don't.
underestimate him. We view him as a jack of all trades that can do everything. He's our third striker right now because Jesus is off the books. Basically, we're going to be getting rid of him soon. Martinelli's off the books, so we're going to be getting rid of him soon. So right now, Mikel Moreno is going to be backup 10, backup striker, backup DM, backup center mid. He's able to play every position as a backup. And what he is, he's a plan B. He comes off the bench and he can score crucial moments for you.
He's actually insane. Like I'm not gonna lie to you. Like this guy always scores. Like he always turns up. There's never a game where he just doesn't turn up. You always get the goal.
I think whoever set him up to become a midfielder made a mistake. They should have turned him into a striker when he was
Yeah.
younger.
He reminds me of McTominay.
He has
McTominay
striker
should have been a
instincts.
striker too.
Yeah, he has striker instincts. But yeah, the Julian Alvarez thing. You guys are saying, do I want a player that doesn't want to join us? He wants to join Barcelona. That's his dream move. It's not that he doesn't want to join Arsenal. It's that
But the thing is, but it's also
he doesn't want to change. He doesn't want to move his whole family from Spain back to the UK.
But
Also, that is why he left the UK
That's
in
why
the
he
first
left.
place.
Exactly. He didn't want to play in the Premier League. So it's not that he doesn't want to play for Arsenal necessarily. He left because he didn't want to play in the Premier League.
No, it's because he wants to live in Spain. Simple.
Well, also
Yeah,
his family could not
you
get
can't live in
visas to
Spain
stay in
and
the
play in the
US.
Premier League.
Or in,
That's not possible.
England.
Yeah.
He's not staying at Atleti though. He's not gonna stay there, so he has to go somewhere.
At this moment in time, it's very simple. He wants to join Barcelona. Atletico Madrid have said, you're not joining Barcelona. Barcelona is not going to sign him. We're not selling to Barcelona. Your only choice is to go to Arsenal.
Is that your number one choice?
No, we wanted Vinny.
What about Victor Osimhen?
Nah, I
That's
don't
not
think
happening. That was never a thing. That was like they wanted Martinelli, and we're like, hey, what's going on with Osimhen? That was it. That was the end of the conversation.
But do you think what's going on with Alvarez could be the same story that happened with Vinny? Like Vinny just using it as like a play to get a deal.
This is him going against the fans, going against the club, actively trying to get a move to Barcelona. Barcelona making statements about him trying to sign him. Atletico Madrid making public statements saying you're not getting him. And it's gotten to the point where Arsenal just have to be patient. And on deadline day, most likely Gyökeres will be leaving and Julian Alvarez will be joining.
Fair.
But do you want to wait until deadline day and take that risk? You know what I mean? Like,
At this point, it's not a risk. If we don't get him, we still have a good enough team to win.
Mhm.
And in
But
January,
who's your
and in
starting
January
striker?
we can make other signings. Like rumor is, if we don't get Julian Alvarez, we'll try to get Junior. We'll try to get Groupie in the January window.
But who's your number 9?
But that's two completely different levels of players.
That's the thing, though. They're not trying to necessarily improve a specific position. They're just trying to bring in players who they feel like will help elevate the squad, not necessarily looking for a left back, looking for a right back, looking for a specific position. We're looking for players of a caliber that can come into the team and give us something that we don't have. And the reason why they're looking at
Junior Krupi is
a very good finisher, clinical player that can play across the front three.
okay,
it
but
would push a lot of money though.
and also there's a huge difference between going for Junior Krupi or getting what's his name, Julian Alvarez.
Julian Alvarez would come in as Julian Alvarez would come in as a 9, and what he would do is he would be the best version of Kai Havertz for Arsenal.
But why wouldn't you just try and get Junior Creepy now?
Because he's injured and he's out until end of
he's out till
December.
November.
No, till November.
Also, you might have some competition for Groupie. Just saying.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. I mean, he's a good player, but it's just
especially
also
after scoring the goal to help us win the league. No problem.
Do you rate Gyökeres?
I rate Gyökeres. I think it's quite sad that he would be leaving after 1 year. But look at it this way: if Atletico Madrid need a striker and he'll go in there and be their starting striker, and they wanted him 2 years ago, and we get Julian Alvarez, and they get to sell Julian Alvarez to a team that's not Barcelona, it's win-win. And I do think they're probably going to try to put some sort of clause to make it so we don't sell Julian Alvarez within a year to Barcelona. So maybe something that like gives us a discount on the deal or something.
Yeah.
But long story short, Arsenal are not going to get Barcola because he's gone to Liverpool. We're not going to get any of these other left wing targets. It does look like we're speaking about Njai, but I don't think we're going to get him either. We'll see.
There's talk of us doing like a swap deal with Jack Grealish because Jack wants to go there full time. Jack's on the last year, but Jack Grealish on the last year of his contract, and so he has no future at City. So there's discussion of doing a swap with him.
Yeah, he didn't have any future after he wouldn't put it down in the bottle, but that's the main reason why he's.
Any outgoings for Arsenal, Lewis Kelly?
We've actually done well so far this window. This will be a club record sale, Martinelli. You know that, guys. 66 million to Saudi Arabia.
Who was your club record so far? Oxlade-Chamberlain?
Was it Balogun?
Oxlade-Chamberlain, 38 million.
Yeah, Florian Balogun.
No, it's actually Oxlade-Chamberlain, 38 million.
Oh, is it Oxlade-Chamberlain? Okay, that's very low.
There's
then
no
again,
other.
Our record sale is Savinho.
Egal.
85 million for that guy.
Even before that, you still had like great sales.
Alvarez was up there.
We have the lowest record sale out of the teams that are in the Premier League currently, I think.
Yeah.
But I have a question.
Lukaku, I think. Lukaku for 75 mil, is it?
Yeah,
Lukaku
Everton
was one of our highest purchases.
Everton. Richarlison was big sale for Everton.
Everton's biggest sale
wasn't it? They scammed like 70 million for him. I'm like, damn.
No, Lukaku went for 78 to Man United.
Right? Yeah.
No, but we sold him for a similar amount, no? We sold him for like 70 mil.
Yeah, you sold him for
60, 70, I think it was.
Yeah.
Hey, finally, before we wrap up, the last thing of the day, something non-football related. Rak, what you got for us today?
Oh man, damn! You know what? I didn't prepare my non-football related movie recommendation. Shit, come back to me. Give me a few minutes.
I got one.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, go with you. Go.
The GTA 6 trailer is out on Netflix, which is like 30 minutes long, so I need to watch that.
Oh, I gotta check that out.
30-minute long trailer.
Yeah, 30 minutes long on Netflix.
Holy shit.
Yeah, my friend works on that program, so if you have any complaints, let me know.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch
and
that.
I will pass them along.
How about this? I'll say I watched the Pep documentary. I watched the Jose documentary. Which one do you guys think was better?
Pep.
So can I want to make a comment about the Jose documentary.
Yeah.
They just released it in America, like I think last week. I don't have the stomach for it right now. I can't watch it. Maybe during the international break.
I haven't seen the Pep. You watched it a week ago.
Well, it came out earlier in the UK than it did in America. It wasn't out here yet.
Yeah,
I haven't seen the Pep. I haven't seen the Pep one, but I haven't seen the Pep one, but I heard a lot about this Jose one. I watched it, and it is complete and utter shit. It is nothing more. No, it's nothing more than a puff piece, bigging him up. None of the real difficult moments were like investigated in any kind of depth. It was sugar-coated horseshit, basically. There was nothing good. Everything was kind of rose-tinted spectacles. Didn't really go into any of the difficulties had at the club. Even before, like, the Man United situation, he cut off, like, he said, oh, yeah, he went to Man United, and he saw him walking out of a press conference. And then when the documentary guy was interviewing him, said, oh, you haven't done, how come you haven't, like, achieved the success since Madrid, or you haven't recaptured that? So, oh, well, I went to Roma, won the Conference League. I went to Spurs and got to a final. He didn't even say he played the final. He said he got to the final. Like, what? That's not an answer. How can you? That's not probing at all. The whole thing was just rubbish. And I didn't. I thought it was a waste of time. 3 episodes. I mean, 3 episodes.
I don't think Jose would have released it if they actually like asked him hard hitting questions that made him.
But this is the point. The point was that he wasn't supposed to have what's it called? Creative control. Exactly. That's what the documentary filmmaker said. We only said we're not going to do this unless we have creative control. You can't have creative control. And they still basically just skirted over a load of, proper investigative journalism.
It was PR for when he got signed to Real Madrid, because he had some bad PR going into Madrid with the Palestrini or whatever, Benfica, and then he had the Fenerbahce. Was in the same season, I believe, right? So I think it was.
Did you guys see the trend going on Instagram before we finish off? This is mental. There's this trend, and they're like, this guy posts this. He's like, check out my pit bull. Then next thing you know, he's like, I lied. I'm not that muscular. I lied. I don't have drugs.
I've seen that.
I lied. I'm sorry, guys. Genuinely.
What the fuck?
I've seen that.
No.
And then there's other ones, and it's just like it's out of hand.
There's
like,
ones when they have a wife or a girlfriend, and then
and then next thing you know, it's just him and his boy and their young little kid. Like, what the hell? Anyways. Honestly, these trends.
I'll just say one last thing. Rest in peace, Peter Cullen. Maybe that reference is too young for a lot of you, but he was the voice of Optimus Prime in the Transformers cartoons.
What about Dolly Parton? The book program in America too.
Oh yeah. What about Dolly?
Why are you laughing? She passed away the other day.
I know. It's just like
she's controversial right now.
But she Kelks justified said rest in peace, Baker, and you're like, what about the way that you phrase it? It's like she can say rest in peace, Peter Cullen, without having to mention Dolly Parton. You feel offended by it.
You should have said that in another show. She died
rest in peace, Dolly Parton too.
Peter Cullen was today.
Okay. Rest in peace, all of them. Anyways, have a good one, people. We're out of here. Big up to debutants. I think you guys did great. Big up to everyone who's watching. We've had over 3,000 people watching, so check out all their channels. Vert, you have your own channel? Vert,
Bear TV Football on YouTube and Bear TV _ on TikTok. Check me out on TikTok, Bear TV _
There you go. What about you, Tosh?
United States of Chelsea. Anywhere you do socials, just look us up, United States of Chelsea, but we stream on YouTube as well. So check us out. There you
go. You gonna have a match reaction out later?
Yeah, we're gonna have a match reaction probably either today or tomorrow, and then we'll do the preview for Brighton probably Saturday if you guys want to check that out.
And Kels is on City Fan TV.
True City Fan TV. We'll be live tomorrow for the watch along for Man City Crystal Palace Friday Night Football.
There you go. And Rock is in the building, people. You guys can find Rock
I'm freelance.
You can find Rock. Check his thing right there. You can see that he has his Twitter name right there.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I'll give you guys a follow as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Nice talking to you.
Catch you guys in the next one, people. Make sure you guys check out NordVPN channel partner. Best way to secure your internet. And of course,
I can personally vouch for them too. I've had them 4 years. They're great.
Hey, I got 75% off. Anybody who wants it. It's only £2.60 for signing up for NordVPN. The link is in the description. For 3 months.
Give them a call.
Peace out, people.